Hello and welcome to NB Drives. My name is Nishmanya and today I'm driving the 6th generation of the Maserati Quattroporte. Now, this is a pre-facelift model, and the reason I mention that is because this still has the glorious V8 engine that produces one of the best motoring soundtracks that you can hear, all of which come out through those quad exhaust pipes down there. Now, the Quattroporte has always been an interesting car because whenever you think about it, it's almost 5 meters long, has a wheelbase of almost 3 meters, and those figures are very comparable to an S-Class. However, think of this as an elongated Gran Turismo, as it only seats 2 at the rear comfortably and gives you a much sportier driving experience. So today I'm going to take it out on Indian roads. I'm going to tell you what I like, what I dislike, and generally how it feels. So let's get into it. This is the 6th generation of the Maserati Quattroporte that was launched back in 2013 and has been on sale ever since. As I mentioned before, this isn't the latest facelifted version of the model that was introduced back in 2019, and it is actually one of the last pre-facelift versions of the sportier GTS variant brought to India. However, the design of the Quattroporte hasn't really changed a whole lot since it originally launched. Heck, as a matter of fact, the 6th generation isn't a whole lot different from the 5th gen model that was launched back in 2003. That's not a bad thing, however, as the Italian car maker got the styling of the performance sedan right from the get-go. Up front, there's a wide grille with multiple vertical slats and the large Maserati Trident logo in the center. There are also a set of smart-looking LED headlights, though they look a touch dated when compared to the sleeker units seen on the facelifted model. An aspect of the Quattroporte that I really like is the long and flowing hood, which is very well sculpted, giving the sedan an elegant look. I also love the 3 rhombus-shaped air vents on the front fenders that let you know there's something powerful lurking under the hood. The silhouette of the Quattroporte is near-on perfect, with the sedan projecting plenty of chic character. The long hood flows effortlessly into the shoulder line, which culminates in the flared-out rear haunches, while the roof gently tapers into the boot of the sedan, and there is also a prominent Trident logo on the C-pillar. And how can we forget the gorgeous pillarless windows on the front and rear doors? The 20-inch multi-spoke alloy wheels look sublime on this sedan, though I'm sure the smaller 19 inches offered on the lower variant would offer a slightly softer ride. Maserati has even managed to keep the elegant look going at the rear, with the sleek LED taillights looking far more modern than you'd expect from a car that's over 5 years old. There are also supremely sporty looking quad exhaust tips on this GTS variant, which help differentiate it from the base model. All things considered, the Quattroporte still exudes sophistication and performance in its design, despite its age and despite this being the pre-facelift model. The layered dashboard has a clean design that has aged very well. Maserati has also finished the dash and the door cards as well as the seats in premium leather, giving the Quattroporte an upmarket feel. This GTS variant also gets carbon fiber inserts on the dashboard as well as on the center console for a sportier appearance, which I really like. There's also an 8-inch touchscreen infotainment screen in the center of the dashboard, though its UI is dated and it doesn't have a lot of features on offer. While the fit and finish isn't up to the mark of its German rivals, the design flair definitely surpasses them. I also quite like the 3-spoke steering wheel, which feels great in the hand, and the large metallic paddle shifters also provide a wonderful tactile feel. Moving on to the rear, everything here is also covered in leather, and the seats are also quite comfortable, offering plenty of legroom and a surprising amount of headroom as well, though not quite as much as something like the S-Class. The screen at the rear of the center console provides rear passengers access to the rear zone climate controls as well as the control for the rear sunblind. The boot offers a generous cargo capacity of 530 liters. However, while the shape of the boot is reasonably usable, the opening is a little tight, which will make loading larger items a little hard. One of the reasons I was so excited to drive this particular Quattroporte was because of the engine it came with. The GTS variant got the iconic 3.8-litre twin-turbo V8 derived from Ferrari instead of the newer model's turbo V6 engine. And this V8 was also seen in models like the Ferrari California T and the 488 GTB. This engine produces a healthy 530 horsepower and 650 Newton meters of torque, all of which is sent to the rear wheels via a ZF-sourced 8-speed automatic gearbox. But what really stands out for this model is its sound. Here is what it sounds like with the valves shut. Take a listen. Here is what it sounds like with the valves open. The GTS can also sprint from 0 to 100 kph in just 5.1 seconds, which is quite impressive for a sedan that weighs nearly 1.9 tons. As you set off, the first thing that you notice from the Quattroporte is the abundant power that is available with a tap of the accelerator pedal. And I know I've mentioned this before, but also that fruity exhaust note is just so nice. The Quattroporte builds power really well, and it doesn't seem to run out of steam even in the higher portion of the power band. The ZF automatic is quick to shift through gears, though it does feel a little bit jerky, especially when driving the sedan hard. Since all the power is sent directly to the rear wheels, you have to be a bit careful with throttle inputs, as the Quattroporte's rear end might step out on you even with the traction control on. The steering is well weighted, and this paired with the long wheelbase, wide track and adaptive suspension on this particular model make the Quattroporte a keen handler, though not quite at the level of a sports car, as the higher than expected amount of body roll does interfere with that. Nevertheless, the Quattroporte is still quite fun to chuck around corners. As you'd expect, the ride is on the firmer side, and the large wheels also mean that the medium and large road imperfections definitely filter into the cabin. The ground clearance is also not very high, so you do have to be careful with how you take speed breakers in the Quattroporte. The sheer size of the sedan also makes it a little tough to maneuver through tighter city roads. Setting apart all of the Quattroporte's pros and cons, what this sedan does so well is give you a sense of theatre. Be it the gorgeous exterior styling that looks current even a decade on from its introduction, or the blissful soundtrack from the glorious V8 engine that lets everyone know this is a special car, even if they don't recognize the badge. With this level of character and charm itself, you can easily forgive all the shortcomings of the Quattroporte in the features and ride quality departments. I can now understand why the select few who could buy this beauty for a price tag of over 2 crores would do so over its German and British counterparts. And I'd take up the opportunity to drive the Quattroporte again in a heartbeat. I hope you guys enjoyed the first drive video of the Maserati Quattroporte. I definitely loved filming the car, but I do know that the quality is a little lower than my most recent uploads, as this was shot on the first day that I started this YouTube channel. So I hope you guys don't mind the dip in quality. And I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions on the Maserati Quattroporte, as well as what your favorite performance sedan in India is down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed watching this video, do hit that like button, consider subscribing, and do share this video with anyone else who you think would like this sort of automotive content. There's more content headed your way. My next video goes live on Thursday, so stay tuned for that and cheers.